It's time for another good idea, bad idea. Good idea. Making money in the stock market. Bad idea. Spending all that money on car parts. The end. Welcome to Dirt, Sweat, and Gears, and today is a good day because I got the head back. I got some head. Ooh, that doesn't sound right. That's right. The head for my 1990 Miata is done. I got it back from the machine shop. I took it down the street to a place called United Machine Shop down on Foothill Boulevard. Nice guy, great, really great work that he does. He actually showed me around his shop a little bit and what he did with the head and how he tested it. We're going to take a quick peek at what this guy did for me. I do not yet have all of the parts in, but I did receive one valve lifter. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on this lifter today, but before that, let's go take a look at the head. Okay, so the first thing is the most obvious, is to resurface the mating area where it meets up to the block, with a head gasket in between it, of course. So that is really perfectly smooth. I've still got some work to do on the block to get it somewhat close to what this is. The next thing that he did was to replace the valve seals. So he did a full valve job and he replaced the valve seals. And then here, this is the intake side. How there's this little angle cut here. He did that to improve airflow into the intake ports here. That's all cleaned up. It just looks gorgeous in there. Take a look at that. Obviously resurface the mating area as well. Let's flip this around and take a look at the exhaust side. The exhaust side is the same story. Super clean, looks really good in there. And you shine the flashlight in there and it's pretty much perfect. Gorgeous. Really, really happy with how this turned out. I've taken the head to the Prelude to the same shop about 10 years ago, and he did a great job with it. I've probably put another 100,000 miles on the Prelude since I've done that, so he really did a great job. I don't know if it was 100,000, but yeah, it was about 80,000. Let's take a look up here. This was pretty clean when I gave it to him, so it's really not that different, but he did really do a good job of making it a little bit better, and of course he did a valve job and cleaned everything up there. So this is really good. We're going to be able to put this on the car. Let's take a look at the block. So I've still got some work to do on the block, cleaning it up a little bit. I have to rotate the pistons, the center two pistons up, clean those out as well. I got some crap in there from, just cleaning up the engine bay. I got some crap in there, so I got to clean that out too before I put the head on. As you see, I've got the new water pump ready to go. I've got the timing sprocket back on. I replaced the front main seal. I was able to find the spring for the timing belt tensioner. And obviously it's at its tightest right now. But I'll loosen it up when I put the timing belt back on. There's not much to this motor. Some of the parts I'm waiting for. I am waiting for this right here. The seal for the oil filter cooler. And then I can put that back on. I'm also waiting on the motor mounts. And something that I have discovered. Take a look at this motor mount. Look at how sketchy that is. Look at that. So I guess this motor mount doesn't quite, this bracket doesn't quite fit this engine. And instead of, just getting a bracket that matched this engine, he decided to just drill out and ghetto rig the one that he had. I mean, I applaud him for ghetto solutions and all, but this is a major safety concern. The other side's even worse. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. It might be a little bit harder to see, but the other side, let's see. Can you get that? Yeah, there we go. There's only 2 bolts in there. Yeah. You can see he made the cut to put the other bolt like right on the edge of the bracket, but it looks like it fell out. So I've got new motor mounts and motor mount brackets on the way as well. Those are just going to have to be replaced. I mean, I cannot let this go like this. This is, I mean, it's entertaining, but it's not safe. Holy hell. So like I said, there's still a lot of parts that are not in yet for this car. I've only got the one valve lifter. I still have just a real pile of parts that I'm waiting on. But in the meantime, I can start to put this head back on. And I do have the head bolts, so I can kind of thread them in and put the lifters into the head. And I can do all that without disturbing really anything else that I'm still waiting on, like the thing for the oil or for the motor mounts. I can do all of that with the head on right where it is, because it's not blocking anything. I just probably don't want to put the timing gears on or the timing belt on or any of that crap. I don't want to do that yet until I am pretty confident that this thing is ready to go back together. I didn't bolt it in yet, but I did lay in the head bolts. We're going to torque them in next. I had to get the torque specs on my phone. Essentially, what the most important thing is, first of all, you gotta torque it down to spec. You got to do it in at least 2 to 3 stages. I'm not exactly sure what stages I'm going to torque this thing in, but I'm going to torque it in 3 stages. I think the torque spec is 65 pounds, so I'm essentially really just going to divide that into 3, 20, 40, 60, and torque it down to the spec. The other important thing is you have to start in the middle and work your way out in a spiral. So you start here as your first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's how you torque it down evenly. And you do that in those 3 steps, and your head gasket should be in good shape. I did the Prelude the exact same way, and I've probably put 100,000 miles on the Prelude since I did the head gasket. So that is a good way of doing it. The last thing that I haven't taken care of yet is this lifter. I did buy that new lifter, but it doesn't squish down the way the old ones do. So I'm not exactly sure. I may have bought a solid lifter by mistake, in which case I do not want to put something that doesn't match the old part in. The only thing that worries me a little bit about this one is this right here. I'm not sure what's going on with this. It feels rough. I haven't really tried to clean it off yet, but I'm just not sure I like it. So since I already bought this, I'm going to see if I can take it apart. If I can't take it apart, then I just won't be able to use it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do about this yet. I haven't I'll cross that bridge when I get there. There's plenty of work that I can do in the meantime.